out to the people in the building I can't really see. I got my glasses. I can't even see nobody name. My shit getting worse. My eyes getting worse. I swear to God, I cannot read. You gotta realize that on the phone, it's like in the corner of the chat, so it's like I don't got my glasses, I can't see shit. And I recently just started wearing glasses, like to read, like for that. Like I never need glasses in my whole life. But recently, like Texas, things like that, like I can't see that shit. So it's like close, some little one. Like the chat, I can't see, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm sorry. Hope the people's all right. Just came up here to vibe a little bit, man. We got so much shit going on in New York, man. We got so much things going on, man. Rest in peace to Pnb Rock. Every day we lit. Every day we lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, man. I mean, they took his life for some bullshit, man. You know what I mean? And you know, his girl posted. This is why I be telling people, man. I just don't understand. We're driving through the cemetery. I just don't understand how people keep doing the same dumb shit. I can't understand how people just keep posting, especially when you a target like that, man. You know what I mean? You out there by yourself. And you got a house on your neck? You got a house? Let me repeat that. You have a house on your neck. You know what I'm saying? And the wolves is thirsty, man. The wolves, they hungry. And this is what happens. And allegedly, not allegedly, she did. It's not alleged, she did. She posted, I'm not blaming her. She's just doing what, you know what I'm saying, what everybody else does. Fucking post they fucking food and all that dumb shit. Who gives a fuck? I'm eating lobster, so fucking what? Oh my God, I got this steak. Do you see how the corner on the cob looks? Shut the, God, I'm just a different type of dude when it comes to that type shit. I don't give a fuck what you eating, man. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's me, though. You know what I mean? You know, I know there's a lot of other people, and you know, but for me, that's why I've never really done. Only people know. I only did social media just for this. I started this YouTube channel, and then I started the Instagram and what you call it, the Facebook. After, I never liked social media. Cause my thing is that if you my friend, you in my phone and we talk any motherfucking way. You know what I'm saying? That was my friends list. My friends list was my phone and shit. I was just never into social media, period. And really still not. You know, I went hard in the beginning, you know, for the tales and all of that. But you know, after a while, telling stories and 3 years of emotional stress, I got tired of that shit. However, it don't mean I don't got shit to say, you know what I mean? And rest in peace to Pnb Rock, whatever, man. That's terrible, man. Dude ran up in the spot. Not only did dude shoot him and then robbed him, and then turned around and robbed his girl too. Like, you give me that too. Took all his girl shit while he was laid there, shot up. You know what I mean? That's some wolf. The wolves don't fucking play. When the wolves gotta eat, they gotta eat, man. And that's just how it goes. And when you, especially since before when that other kid got killed out here, and I did the video in the Bronx, right? The kid from Chicago, LA, Vontae, whatever. Especially when you in other dudes' city and you in other people's city. Sometimes people say, you know, the check-in. Sometimes that check-in shit don't even work because the people you checking in with, I have ops. Understand this. Every gang in the city, wherever you at, every gang in the city, let's make this clear, has ops, right? Every gang in the city has people who don't like them. So just because you checking in with X, Y, and Z, that don't mean A, B, C, and D are cool with that. You know what I mean? But it could still be the proper choice to check in with people, only for the simple fact is that at least you checking in with somebody or something. Because this shit is sweet. You're crazy. You go to other people's city, you know what I mean? Just thinking, you good. You're not in your city, you can breathe. That's a fucking lie. It don't matter where you go. Even if you from that city, it don't matter because people got lost in their heart, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes it don't even be foreigners. The foreigners as far as like you in a foreign land somewhere, foreign city somewhere, and it don't even be that. Sometimes it be the people you closest to. Hating, you know what I'm saying? Hating because you doing good and they not. Hating because your grind is different than theirs, you feel me? Hating because they don't have that same drive and initiative you have, and they can't understand is, how could you be doing this? You see what I'm saying? Damn, fuck Fred. Fred got 21,000 subscribers. Man, how he got that, man? That's fucked up. Fuck Fred. You know what I'm saying? I know that. That's how it goes. I'm fully aware of those type things. You know what I'm talking about? Look at these people all crazy. Oh my God. I swear to God, I gotta get out of here. But yeah, man, rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to, I missed out on Pat Stay. If y'all don't know who Pat Stay was, Pat Stay was a rapper from Canada. He was more of a freestyle rapper. I used to love, like, if you into battle rap, then you know who Pat Stay is. I love battle rap because it's like, you know what I mean, snapping on people and stuff like that. Sometimes it gets serious, sometimes, but it's all in battle rap. And Pat Stay was one of the nicest, and not just because he white, like, oh, he the nicest white boy. No, fuck being the nicest white boy. Fuck all that. Pat Stay was one of the nicest. Period. White, black, whatever. You know what I mean? He was from Canada. Big white kid, and he got stabbed. I don't really know the whole situation, but rest in peace to Pat Stay. Yeah, I like Pat Stay, man. He was real. If you Google Pat Stay, go to his YouTube shit, I'm telling you, you guys will be entertained. You'll thank me. He's just not like a normal battle rapper. Like, his punchlines is all funny, it's all crazy shit, it's all, you know what I mean? So rest in peace to Pat Stay, man, for real. It's fucked up. I don't know what happened to him, but probably some hate. Motherfuckers is always hating, man. Understand this, man. People always been hating throughout history, man. People had Mandela in jail for 30 years, you understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They persecuted Gandhi and, like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, people are always gonna fucking hate, man. People always hate what they don't understand. You understand what I'm saying? And you gotta understand that the cowards are always gonna fear the fearless. You know what I mean? Cowards is always gonna fear people who have no fear. You understand? They hate that shit. And that's just the way it goes. You know what I mean? It's fucked up, man. But a lot of times I see this shit. You see these kids, you know, shooting some innocent kid, shooting some 15-year-old kid the other day, and then the next day like a 14-year-old kid. These kids is getting younger and younger, killing, shooting. It's just disgusting. I just did a little video. I'm gonna put up in a little while. I was driving by Rikers Island and shit. I said, man, let me put this on film for the people. So y'all want to see my Rikers Island? I'm saying I just standing outside by the sign talking, letting people know what was good and shit. But there's too many young kids, man, going to jail, man. There's too many young kids throwing their life away, and I really can't understand it. I really can't understand why is everyone such in a fucking rush to prove how gangster they are. I want to know, why is everybody in such a rush to bend over and spread their ass cheeks in front of another man? Because that's what's going to happen when you go across that Rikers Island bridge. You're going to have to get butt naked, and you're going to have to spread your fucking ass cheeks. Right there, spread them, motherfucker. No, you ain't spread them enough. I need to see the whole. Yeah, like that. And cough, too. Cough. Okay. I don't know why anyone is in such a fucking rush to be treated like that. I don't know why anyone is in a rush to eat fucking bologna sandwiches every fucking day. I don't know why everyone is in such a rush or worried about getting stabbed and killed and cut and robbed every fucking single day. I don't understand that mentality. I don't understand why everyone is in such a rush. It's so crazy, man. And it all falls back to the elders, man, a lot of times, man. Let me explain, man. So, y'all know my boys is little, you know what I mean? 5 and 4. But my daughter, she'll be 15 soon. Shout out to mine. Love my baby. But, for example, let me just give you an example. Like, sometimes me and her go out a little bit. Not really, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like I won't allow her to dress a certain way, okay? Let's just put it like that. Because I know, as a man, and I don't need people to say it's fucked up, Fred, or society shouldn't be like that. We know what society should be, but we know what it ain't, what it is and what it ain't. So I don't really need to hear, like, Fred, it shouldn't be like that. We should all judge each other by this. Shut the fuck up. That's not really what happened. So, I'm saying from a male perspective, when the male sees certain females and they dress a certain way, they get treated a certain way, and they get treated different. It's the way it is. When you see people dressing a certain way, like for instance, in the clubs, right? You be like a lion. Now, fellas know what I'm talking about. You come into the club, you see the ladies, you see they dancing. This was in my single life. You see, you know what I mean? You play the ball, you see what's going on, you see how they dressed or whatever. And a lot of times, it'll tell you what could happen for the night. You see what I'm saying? You know, for me, I'm going to speak for the odd perspective. Even though I know this is how men think. I'm going to speak from the odd perspective. I'm going to say, when I seen women dress scandalous or dress a certain way, I'm like, okay, easy. You heard? Like a lion. Oh, okay. Oh, look at that little deer right there. Lion! Right? That's how it is. Men treat women different. It's just the way it is, man. It shouldn't be like that. No, and again, I don't really want to, but that's the way it is. So, for me, just getting back to the point, is I don't know, dress a certain way, right? I don't want her to have that type of reputation. I don't want her to be with this boy, that boy, that boy, because what happens is later on in life, that shit come back to you, right? You know what I mean? There's chicks that I know maybe 20, 25 years ago, whatever, but, you know, I see them now with their kids and their husband and everything is great, but hey, how you doing? I smile, how's everything? Okay, great, good to see you, keep it moving, but in my mind, I'm like, I remember you. I remember what you did. I remember who you was with, what you did, and all of that, because boys talk. That's the way life is, right? These are jewels I'm schooling my daughter on. The boys talk. There's no such thing as kissing and not telling in that field in high school, junior high school. A boy does something, as soon as you leave that house, everybody knows it. Especially this day and age, Facebook, social media, it spreads. You might have just done a little thing with the boy. Next thing you know, you've done, you know what I mean? You've had all types of sex with him and his crew, and it's not true, but because it's on Facebook and Instagram, it ruins these kids. Fucking Facebook, social media, IG, all the rest of this shit was the worst fucking thing that's happened. Even this fucking YouTube is the worst fucking thing that happened, man, to these fucking kids. But anyway, so, you know what I mean? I give her those little jewels, right? Sometimes we at odds of certain things she want to wear or whatever, but I just, you know what I mean? It's just the way it is. Because I know how it is, okay? Now I'm giving her these jewels. Is she gonna be happy with them now? No, she's not. But I'm doing what's best for my child and how I feel that she should be raised, and the morals and standards that I know exist. Now there may be some morals and standards of mine, but I know, you know, I don't teach her all my motherfucking, you know what I mean? Like she's a good kid, my daughter. She told the opposite of what I was, right? But with all that being said, I said all that to say, a lot of these young bulls running around the street, a lot of these young bulls is running around, bang, bang, shoot them up, doing what they do, don't have that same guidance. Yes, I'm talking about my daughter. However, it's under the same guidelines and the same text that if I wasn't there, who knows? Or this or that or whatever, but I am. And that be the problem a lot of times, man. These dads and these elders are not fucking there. They're only there when shit fucking happens. You know what I'm saying? In these communities. A lot of that shit be for the fucking dudes be stunting for the cameras and all that shit. But the reality of the situation is a lot of these young kids, 14, 15, 16, 17, running around, shooting, doing all this nonsense, doing all this craziness. They don't have no fucking guidance, man. They don't have no guidance. They don't have what I'm telling her. Don't dress like that. You're not leaving the house like that. Now, I know, again, as a parent, you know, they get mad, but that's what's wrong with society and these young kids. They don't have nobody telling them, no, don't, what are you doing? Not dress like that. What are you doing? Who said that was good? Who said that it was okay for you to go over there and shoot the same dude that looked just like you, going through the same struggles as you, and if you sat down, see, that's the thing. A lot of these young kids, they're talking about their ops and all this goofy shit they be doing online, this goofy shit they fucking, this Rico shit they be doing online, because all these dudes talk all this ops and they bang and they do all this. Understand you're under investigation, understand the Rico, and understand that it's just a matter of time, so just prepare for that. But all these kids running around talking all this gangster shoot, there's nobody there. Yo, what are you doing? The elders that's with them and around them is telling them they're doing a good job, putting their name on the map. You understand? There's not that elder to tell them don't dress like that, even though it's separate. You guys understand what I'm saying? There's nobody doing that. You know what I mean? And that's a fucking problem, man. That's a problem. It's a problem too in a lot of the communities because a lot of dudes be talking about their baby mother and all that dumb shit. My baby mother don't allow me to. She don't allow me to see my baby, and I get all that because I've been through it. You know what I'm saying? I got custody of mine. Hello. So when people start talking, you have rights as a fucking father. I run into so many people who say that shit. Nah, my baby mom's, man, she don't be a let me. When I hear, as soon as I hear she don't be, those three, look, she don't be, we not the same. Me and you are not the same. Because you have rights as a fucking father. You have rights to be in your child's life, man. You have rights. But a lot of dudes be fucking lazy and just in the streets and just be making babies and leaving their babies to be raised by their mothers, and their mothers do the best that they can. And shout out to all the single mothers, we love you. All the mothers out there trying to do your best, to trying to make something for you and your family and the kids, salute to you. All you bums, all you bum bras, I don't got time for that shit. You're in the same goofy category. You ain't trying to do nothing good for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Everybody always got excuses on why they can't do something, man. There's so much shit to do, man. There's so many apps. There's so many people going to school, nursing, this, that. They'll pay for your shit. They'll pay for you to go to school to be a nurse. A nurse's aide, or, you know what I mean? They'll teach you how to put the blood pressure machine on. They'll teach you that for free. A lot of people just caught up in their ways and that's, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people's fucking lazy. But we can't be lazy with these kids, and that's what's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? That there's no guidance. There's nobody telling these kids, like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? Like, why is you bringing a gun to school when you're 14? And that's the thing, is that it's really like just a revolving door and cycle that we just talking about, because we can sit here and say, hey, put the guns down. That's all great, but when you coming out your house getting shot at every fucking day, what are we talking about here? Because a lot of people who are saying put the guns down ain't never busted a gun, don't know what the fuck that is. Never had a gun in their fucking life. Don't know what a hot gun. You ever put a hot gun in your waist? Anybody? Raise your hand. Exactly. You ever shot it and then put it in your... You ever seen the movies when they shooting and they put it in their fucking thing and they run? It's a lie. I still got a burn mark on my leg, inside left thigh. Whatever happened, happened. And that shit burned the fuck out of me. Right here on my thigh. And then the thing is that I always used to keep the burner right fucking there. Always keep it right there. I used to keep it there so much that when that burn happened, and then it would scrape on the inside of my leg. Only the people who understand would understand what I'm saying right now. Not bragging, I'm just telling you I've been through this shit. Put the shit there and it would have a scrape and the scar would be there because I used to keep it in the same place, and walking, it would rub against my leg. Wait a minute. Only those who understand would understand what I'm saying, man. So that's why I'm able to speak on this type shit, and I'm vouching that I'm gonna do my best. You know what I mean? To help other kids. I'm gonna do my best to make sure mine is raised right, and that's what we all have to do. We all got to make sure that we raising them right, man. Fuck. Everything's all fucked up. This social media, I swear to God, social media was the worst thing that ever fucking happened, man. It created a whole, social media created a whole different profession. These broads calling themselves Instagram models now. They don't even got to go to the club to strip anymore. You know what I'm saying? They just do it on OnlyFans. It's just crazy to me. It's just nuts to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm an old timer, so a lot of this new shit just doesn't make sense to me. That you know what is crazy? Every day you see a new indictment. I know I'm all over the place. That's part of the ADD, right? Every day you see a new fucking indictment. Every day you see a new indictment on TV, yo. Every fucking day. Whoa! Shout out to whoever just donated. I can't really see who that was. GH! I can't read what you wrote, but I know that's you, my boy. Salute to my brother GH right there. I can only see, I can't see what people writing, but when he did that, the green popped up, I could see him good. But shout out to everybody in here. What the fuck was I just talking about? GH, you threw me off. See what I'm saying again, that's part of the whole. It just bothers the fuck out of me that every fucking day we see something new on the news, y'all. We see something new on the news every day. A RICO, a gang takedown, or this, that. And as soon as the gang takedown comes on, these dudes are still on live, still showing their guns, still talk like. It's just a weird fucking generation to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I come from a but again, I always say that if YouTube was back in the days, I probably would have been on it. You know what I'm saying? I've done chased enough people. I done did shit that. You know what I mean? I done did so much shit that I'm super not proud of, man. I've done did so much shit that it's disgusting. I've done so much shit to people in my life. I've done so much bad and negative in my fucking life that I really shouldn't even be here, but I am. So I'm here for a reason. This gotta be my reason to try to give back, you know what I mean? That's the only thing I could think of, because the reality of the situation is I shouldn't be here. Anybody know what a bullet feels sounds like even going past you? This is what I'm saying. Dudes be I shouldn't be here. That's what I'm saying, yeah. It sounds like a bottle rocket. You ever see on 4th of July? Choom! You ever heard the choom? You know what I'm talking about? Choom! What it sounds like. I shouldn't be here, but I'm here. I shouldn't be here because I lived a stupid life similar to what these little young knuckleheads is doing now. I had some people to tell me what was right and wrong. I just always chose to ignore that shit and do what the fuck I felt like it. You know what I mean? You know, because the reality of the situation, my home life wasn't, you know what I mean? It was what it was. I was always in the streets. I was in the streets, you know, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, like walking highways to try to get to my dad who lived in, you know what I'm saying, the Heights. At 8, 9 years old, shit like that, walking the high, like, get the, like, you know what I'm saying? So my, you know, my life, which I've never really got into, and I probably won't. Shout out to my mom, rest in peace. So it is what it is. But we ain't always have the great relationship. You know what I'm saying? My dad wasn't really there like that. My dad was there when he felt like it. You know what I'm saying? Whenever he didn't have a date, or whenever he didn't have a new chick or something to do, you know, to deal with. You know, when he had time, he would see me. You know, in and out of the times he was locked up. You know what I'm saying? You know, my dad was always in trouble. He was just one of those dudes, always in trouble. That's why, like, you know, like my aunts and all them, you know, they always say, you know, I remind them of my dad, of course, but, you know, my dad carried guns. You know what I mean? My dad, you know, been in and out of institutions. My dad had a murder charge when I was 11, I think, 10 or 11. My dad caught a homicide and was locked, you know, he was on Rikers Island and all that for a year or two, whatever it was. And he ended up beating the case, and I remember that shit like it was yesterday. I was in elementary school and shit, and I had took the screws off of the doors of the bathroom. What a dumbass. Me and my boy did that. We're like, yo, let's take the screws off so when somebody comes and opens the door, it falls on them. My dumbass did it, and we were like, all right, let's see. And I don't know how, I touched it by accident, and the door fell on me just as calm as a motherfucker. And the door fell on me, and it broke my toe. Oh, shit. See that shit? Calm as a bitch. I was like 8. No, I was like 10 maybe. Yeah, like 10. Maybe, you know, like that. You know what I'm saying? My dad had the murder charge, and I remember being laid up. Only because I remember this yesterday. I remember being laid up. My leg was up. I had ice on it and shit. And I got suspended from school for that too, because the dude that was with me told what we were doing. That was my first, like, oh shit, he rat shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, motherfucker ratted. He ratted on me. You know what I'm saying? And then I remember my door opened and my dad walked in. I was so happy because my dad had been locked up for murder. You know what I mean? And then just, you know, a few years later, I was locked up for murder. I'll be fucking damned, man. I get emotional even just thinking about that shit. I'll be fucking damned. You know what I mean? If my kids, you know, get in any trouble. You know what I mean? I've been in enough trouble for everybody. That's a fact. You know what I mean? Before the age of 17. Before the age, like, from 17 below. You know what I mean? I was charged with 3 different attempt murders. I ain't do. One I didn't do, but whatever. 2, you know, they got broke down to assaults and all that. That's how it was back in the days. And that's how it is now. They charge you with the top thing, but eventually when you go to court, you know what I mean? It breaks down. So I had 3 attempt murders and then was locked up for murder at 17. So that's why this 13, 14, 15, 16 age. Although I'm not that obvious, I'm just a little bit older than that. I know exactly what it is. Because I love that hood feeling. I love being accepted in my hood. I didn't care if my family accepted me because I felt, if I was accepted by them, because I felt they didn't accept me, period, anyway. Because I was always going through shit with the family. Always. I was always running away. I was sleeping on trains. You know what I mean? Sleeping in jack in the box, wherever I could, as a kid. 10, 11, 12, that. You know what I mean? Because, me and my mom just didn't get along. That's just the way it was. Again, I ain't gonna get into all of that. Rest in peace to my mom. Because when I went to prison, she was there every fucking week. She never missed a beat, you know? And everybody else did. My mom never missed a beat. But she also realized that she made some mistakes. She's human too. You know what I mean? They don't give you a book on how to be a mother, maybe they do, but it's more instincts than anything, you know what I mean? So we had our fallouts. I forgave her for it and we moved, you know what I mean? But life wasn't always fucking peaches and cream or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? So that's why I can relate to sometimes, my dad, like I said, he was there whenever he felt like it. And I had a step pops in my life. Rest in peace to him too. My dad gone, all of them gone now. They all died, man. Everybody's dead I'm talking about. My mom, my pops, my dad, everybody's gone. But I had my stepfather in my life, but he had his own struggles, man. He was a good man as far as like support and work and all of that type shit, you know what I'm talking about? But he would come home and go right in his room. Like he was, you know what I mean? He was caught up in his own addictions. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to him, so it is what it is. Good dude though, but he just, you know what I mean? He wasn't my dad. What's up, big dog? All right, good. You know what I mean? He wasn't my dad. And I always look for that. You know what I mean? Because they say girls look for that a lot too. Like, you know what I mean? Single, little girls look for that father's attention when their daddy's not there, and then they end up being promiscuous because they're looking for that male attention. But it goes with males too. It goes with little boys too. Like, I always just wanted to be with my dad. And anytime, that was a big thing too, like anytime my dad wouldn't show up or whatever, I would blame my mom. I would have an attitude, and then me and my mom would fight or whatever, or I'd have, you know what I'm saying? And so it was a lot of me too, like with me and my mom. You understand? Like, my dad didn't show up, so who could I take out on? My mom. It had to be her fault. She's the reason my dad didn't come. She's the reason my dad didn't come. That's what I would put in my head. You understand what I'm saying? That wasn't really the case, but it is what it is. Like I said, So for me, I ran the streets. I love the streets. The hood, the fellas, they showed me a different love. A love that I never had. I felt in my life. A love that was just different. Like, these dudes had my back. I had their back. And, we became a team. You understand what I'm saying? So, I understand the same mentality is going on now with these young brothers. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I know that they have no guidance. They have nobody there to tell them, yo, listen, man, you need to put that gun down. You need to not shoot that kid, man. You know what I'm saying? You need to see the results of it. You need to see how much pain and you're gonna cause if you do that, man. If you do that, if you try to be accepted, it's so weird to me, and it bothers the fuck out me that all these kids want to be accepted in their hood. They want to be accepted in their gang, but have no ambitions to be accepted to college. Let that sink in. These kids had all these dreams and hopes of being the next person in Don Diva. All these kids have dreams and hopes of being, someone people talk about on YouTube years later. Because that's what's gonna happen. That's what a lot of these dudes is doing shit for now too. A lot of these kids is doing shit in jail and then sending shit back to their people to let other people know who are on YouTube what's going on and what happened. It's like a fucking stupid ass cycle. These kids think that shit is cool to be on YouTube and have people talk about you. You's a bird. You's a clown. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of these YouTube. I ain't even gonna get into these YouTube streets yet. But I seen this kid tag me yesterday. I ain't even gonna say his name. Don't tag me no more, man. You know what I'm saying? Kid tagged me in his thing, like with other YouTubers who talk bullshit all day, and he tagged me in that too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Fred ain't with all that bullshit. I ain't with all that beefing and all that goofy shit these dudes be doing online. These dudes is a bunch of goofballs, man. I don't got time for that shit, man. I ain't never had time for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because half these dudes that are beefing on this YouTube shit, half these dudes live in the same fucking city. I swear to God, I'm in Brooklyn right now. I could get anywhere in New York at this time probably within an hour. At nighttime, I could get anywhere in New York City from right here within 45 minutes. Right? So if it was that serious with any of these dudes, somebody be dead on YouTube. Anyway, man, I just pulled up, man. I gotta go. I love you guys, man. I appreciate everybody who stopped by. You know what I mean? I just came up here real quick, vibe with everybody, let everybody know I'm alive still. I'm gonna start doing some more comedy skits. What y'all think? I'm gonna start putting up some more Whoa, who put that money there? Michael. Is that what it says, Michael? Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate you, Michael. Thank you for the donation, GH. Wait, somebody else? Wait, hold on. Somebody else donate? Yeah, GH. Thank you for your donation too, my brother. GH always doing, man. That's my boy. I appreciate it, man. I gotta start coming online, but no, I am gonna. It's just I had a hectic summer, y'all. The kids are back to school. Everything's back to normal, so I'm gonna be coming up here more in the daytime. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna lock down the slot time or something, maybe like 10 o'clock or something like that, and start coming up here and vibing with you guys, man, so we can tell some more stories, man. But if you guys want some, I'm gonna put up some more comedy for sure. Respect to everybody. Let me see if I can read some of these things. Respect, my 19-year-old thinks he knows everything. He just got it. Yeah, your 19-year-old, tell him to watch some of my channels. Good morning, Family Girl, Luciano. Shout out, brother. Shout out to everybody in here, man. I can't fucking see D-Mac. Is that what that says? Big Neff? Man, I'm sorry if I can't. I'm disgusting. Harlem. JH. Yeah, man, this YouTube shit is crazy, man, because, you know, I got in touch with so many people, man. I recently got in touch with my boy Giz. Shout out to Portland, Jamaica. Shout out to Krieger. Shout out to my boy Giz, my boy David out there in Portland, Jamaica. Fucking small world. People I haven't seen in so long finding me through YouTube, man. I've talked about Giz before. That's my brother right there. Giz was the one I told you guys when I first went to that jail and dudes took my tapes. Yeah, when I first got to a spot, I went to a spot, I ain't even unpacked my shit. I just unpacked my tapes. That's it. I didn't unpack nothing. I went to Chow, came back, some tapes was missing. I told that story, y'all. I didn't know who did it. I just got into the house. But Giz, he was cool with all the Queens dudes, Big Freeze and all of them. And they point, you know what I mean? They let me know about this one kid who was in the house for like 7 years. So when they stepped to him, they was like, yo, my man, he was like laughing. So I said, I'm gonna fuck him up. And that's exactly what I did. That's the only time I ever got, and I got my shit back. I beat the fuck out that kid.
So sad.
You know what I'm saying? Wait, did they just say Jesse Powell died? They didn't say that, right? But yeah, so I beat the fuck out of that kid. You know what I'm saying? He came in, look, he came in with a sandwich. I'll never forget this shit, y'all. He came in with a sandwich in one hand and a bowl of soup in the fucking other hand. He had a robe on and slippers. The dude was going up to his big front seat. He had a big front seat in front of the in front of the TV. Everybody else had like little school. This motherfucker had like a king chair in front of the fucking TV. Came in with his robe and his slippers, and he was holding soup and a sandwich. fucking demoed his ass. He didn't get not a punch off. He didn't get a hit off. He didn't get a scratch. I just rocked him. As soon as he came in and walked in, BAM! First day in this house. BAM! Rocked him. Dropped in, pound, bam, bam. He fell into the garbage, y'all. I swear to God. I swear on everything I love. His ass was in the garbage. His legs was out, and his body, like this, like a V. Like his ass was in the garbage. First day. First night. First fucking night. Set it off right away. You know what I'm saying? Giz held me down. Then Giz also, I told y'all this story too, if you guys remember. Some of you guys, my regular people will remember this one. Giz also had beef with this. He was beef with the Spanish kid. I don't even know. I think it had to do with the Apollo. I don't know what the fuck it had to do with. Something with the Apollo, I think. Whatever. But the Spanish kid was going home Monday morning. And Giz was going home like Tuesday or Wednesday, like right behind him. And it was Monday morning, and the kid was going home at like 9 in the morning, whatever, but they still had him in the house, went to him and Giz the kid had a long stick, Giz had a knife, and Giz was going home in 2 days. Giz stabbed him, 2 days before he went home. Giz was little. He's also the dude, I told y'all the story, when the dude jumped off the tier at HDM. Word is born to the great God Allah with 2 knives, jumped off the second tier he had beef with the Muslims. Look, he was on the second tier. Jumped off the tier on top of him. Started stabbing him. And I know you guys say this. I know you guys are going to come at me in my comments when I say shit like this, but that's my brother. I love that kid. He was like a mentor to me and shit. Like, that was my boy. Very smart. He was a genius. You know, he went to Jamaica and he's doing huge things. Can't really, you know what I mean? But I'm so proud of him, man. But you guys know, if you guys watch me, the new people might not have heard any of these stories, but the people who know have heard them stories. Them 3 stories right there, my boy Giz. And I just got in touch with him, man, the other day. How great is that, man? Life is good, man. Life is good most of the time. Anyway, y'all, I gotta go, man. I love you guys, man. I just came up here to ramble for a little while, man. Y'all stay safe. You know the motto. You know the rules of the game. Experience is the greatest teacher, but somebody else's experience can be just as valuable. Pay attention and listen. On that note, people, Fred White, signing off.